If you manage a website, you've probably seen loads and loads of people suggesting SEO is dead in 2024. I don't know whether or not it's the algorithm, but my feed has blown up with videos suggesting this. But is SEO actually dead, or do we just need to change our strategy? With 15 years of experience in SEO, I can tell you that it's always changing and evolving. And with every update Google makes, we constantly need to check if what we're doing is actually best practice. But first, let's look at the biggest challenges SEO currently faces this year. The biggest hurdle at the moment seems to be that organic rankings are getting pushed further and further down the results page in favor of PPC, shopping, maps, knowledge graphs, and videos. This isn't anything new, and as we see more and more features get added, we can expect the organic results to get pushed further and further down. I imagine we'll see Google add an AI feature as well at some point, as we see the likes of ChatGPT taking away the share of search traffic. So the visibility of organic traffic is at an all-time low. You're probably seeing less impressions, less click-through rate, and ultimately less traffic. But this doesn't mean that SEO is dead. Now, traditional SEO is still valid, and you should still be looking after your keyword density, semantic markup, and general site health as well. But we do need to be looking at other things, and this ultimately comes down to your content plan. The fact of the matter is, we can't just be relying on short tail keywords anymore to deliver the majority of traffic to our website. We need to be casting the net wider and looking at longer tail keywords as well, and understanding what this means for our content plan and information architecture. Now, if your SEO strategy just revolves around optimizing for your immediate services and products, then you're kind of making a mistake. And yes, you should still do this, but you shouldn't limit yourself to this. You need to be looking at user intent and what kind of things they are searching for, like questions, how-to, guides. I think the approach should be around brand awareness through education, and SEO is a fantastic tool for this. You just need to know how to utilize it. And yes, short tail keywords are great and they deliver lots and lots of volume to your website, but as we can see, the competition is a lot higher. So how do we get the edge over the competition and get better results in Google? And yes, long tail keywords can have low volume, but they are high converting, so they're definitely worth looking at. So really what we're trying to do is find the avenue where there is least competition, but there is still user intent and search intent, and we know that we can get some good traffic from them, and also conversions. I don't try and keyword stuff these all into one page. Look at how you could create, those blog pages, those landing pages that can house those keywords. And really, you're trying to create that platform where you can inject those keywords into them and they have a much greater chance of climbing up the rankings. And what you want to do is sort of create a content plan that has the blogs, has the FAQs, but also looking at other channels like YouTube, where you can put it all together and you can really take up a lot of real estate in the end if you kind of find a good keyword that you can target. Now, I've seen this myself, and what I've done is I've created a content plan that answers a query that might take an angle of what is the best of, or how do I do this? And what I've done is I've usually written a blog about it, then also done a video of it, put the video in the blog. I can use that for social as well and push that out, drive traffic through that way. And what Google also looks at is the engagement rates of pages now. You'll see this in GA4, there is actually a metric for it. So it's definitely worth making sure that your pages aren't just there to house keywords, but are also really useful for the user, because this is a really important thing now. Google will be looking at identifiers like dwell time, bounce rates, navigation depth, and things like that. And that will determine ultimately your visibility of the website as well. So make sure that those landing pages are very usable to the human, not just the robots that are crawling the site as well. So it all comes down to casting the net wider in your content plan and identifying those longer tail keywords as maybe a short-term win, And then your longer term wins can be more defined by the shorter tail keywords that are a lot more competitive. And that should be something that you try and do throughout the year, throughout the lifetime of your website, essentially. And then what you can do is you can also look at trends, and you need to have your finger on the pulse with what search trends there might be, especially around your services and products. So people might be searching for something completely different 1 or 2 months later to what they are now. And you need to be creating content around that. Now, Google, unfortunately, wants a lot of their users to stay on Google, because that's where they generate their income. So it's in Google's best interest to basically keep the user in the SERPs rather than taking them away from that. But there are ways we can combat that. We can look at alternative methods of content, and we can look at alternative methods of driving the user into your website. So there we go. I don't think SEO is dead. You just need to change your tack, or you need to be using a lot more tools. And traditional SEO only gets you so far. You need to be casting the net a lot wider and really thinking about your content plan, really thinking about your UX, really thinking about your information architecture as well. But I'll address these in future videos, and we'll look at how YouTube can really boost your SEO performance. We can look at blogging as well, schema. So if you found this video useful, subscribe, like, and you'll see more to come. I'll be Rich. See you later.